gonna have to get used to that as well. Nice. Not nice. And then avoiding the puzzle. Spikes. Alright, we're gonna skip that. We're gonna kill these guys here because they're assholes. And you'll notice with this tower you sort of have to zigzag your way up the side, and not every time you come out here does it result in a upward momentum up the side of the tower. So some of these have like a cloud roof to them, like this one. Nope. I was gonna say this one looked like it had a cloud roof to it, but it does not. So you, like I said, you zigzag up the side here, try to make as much progress up the side as you can, and then if need be, you backtrack. Kind of annoyed by these blinkies though. Yes, the ability to dash in any direction is fucking broken in this section. Only thing I think would be more broken is if I had the wings. Not sure why I wanted to kill that guy, but whatever, right? Not a big deal. Yeah, we at the top yet? Yeah, this is the top. So, at the top, sort of like every other boss that we've fought so far, there are 2 treasure chests. So there was no treasure chest at the end of the axis, or the wharf, and there was no treasure at the end of the Stygian study. So what I want to do here is... What do I want to do? Obviously I should just take on the boss right now, but I think I'm going to go try and look to see if I can find some other stuff to do. Because again, we're looking for not just... we're looking for not just health, which I know I don't need because I have the perk that gives me 100% health and MP when I get to the boss door. But I'm looking for some meat so I can recharge my stuff. Plus, I'm trying to level up this guy as well, which I find that setup to be obnoxious, though. Not only do you have to get past the red eye guy, but you have to proceed to jump down, then jump up, just so you can get a little bit of treasure. Like, barely worth it. That's what I needed. Dead. Hi. That worked well. Go around the other way. Alright, we gotta come down here. Alright, so my charges are all filled. Let's take on the big fucker, though. Neat. Treasure chest. I did notice since the update they're only putting the whatever you want to call it, thorns on the one side. This is tempting. I'm thinking I shouldn't go with it though. Even though I kind of want to. Neat. We're at the halfway point, so we could technically go to, which is what we'll do. We'll go and teleport to the boss now. Probably should have used some of those rotting apples to increase my health pool, as ultimately I am going to be... Yeah, I can't down kick those. I thought I could, but no, I cannot. Hi, Red. He's a series of eyeballs, I guess. Need to down kick that. Doing pitiful right now. I mean, yeah, I'm doing... Doesn't have health, but... I did heal myself up most of the way. Need to void dash that. Get out of there. Kick those guys. Yep, I kind of fucked that whole boss up. No, I mean, I didn't fuck the boss up. I got fucked up by it. So... Level up to 6, that's good. I want to try to get him to 7 or 8. I may do that off screen. Barbarian's at 8. I'm going to skip Barbarian. Astromancer needs leveled up. Mage needs leveled up. Pirate needs leveled up. Everybody needs leveled up. Just start thinking about investing in the XP bonuses so that this goes a little faster. Trying to see what else there is. Armory, that'd be good. Even though it's probably more expensive than my armory upgrades down below. Get some blood out of stuff, that would be good. Power up my attack, that's good. Health upgrade would be good. Could upgrade 5 times with this. I'll have some money left over. Alright, let's see what you've got for sale. And I have a 99% Crescent Helm. I have enough to buy you. Upgrade the leather weapon. That'll do, I guess. Need more money for the other two. You also got something new for me? Let me see here. What did I get? Bounty Rune. That would be good. Those are harder to get, but they cost way less to up or to buy from her. We'll check our levels later. I was listening to a, yeah, I guess my magic goes through the wall, is what that essentially is saying. I was looking into, I was listening to a podcast, is how I should start this conversation. And one of the guests on the podcast, not the host, but one of the guests of the podcast suggested that, which I don't agree with, that Nintendo should re-release the NES, the hardware, and release some cartridges to go along with it, because it would make them a lot of money. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, yeah, sure, an NES Classic, that would work. It did work, you know, but I'm not sure that would really energize people, or people would want an NES, you know. He was comparing it to a record player, and I don't agree with that at all, because records were around as far back as what, the 1920s, 1930s, and they didn't really, well, I mean, you could argue they never went out of style, but you know, they didn't really start to become antiques until, you know, the dawn of the 8-track player slash tape cassette slash CD MP3. Days full as a man with nothing to learn, philosopher Nars insisted I continue his journal. He believes my history is compared to that of a commoner, and that is flawed in his reasoning. Not the same class creature. The pressures that would bring him to the knees would not so much cause me to sweat. I do not understand how much work it takes to rule a kingdom. My subconscious is pure. My mind is something. So he's this particular astrary is a steadfast believer in the king's will, whereas some of the others, they have their doubts. For instance, the first one that we fought, he's a knight, so he did, you know, he puts his belief in the king's will, if you will. But at the same time, it's not without some hesitation or complaint that goes into, hey, does this make sense? I need more of this. And he brings up the same issues over and over again. And the one up in the archives, he very much saw that, you know, the madness in the pursuit of what the king is asking for, which appears to be some sort of immortality spell. But by the estuaries sharing in some of that, they bind their will. The king's will gets bound to them. So even though the estuaries are thousands of years old, you know, they kind of gave up their right to free thought when they became estuaries, or at least to a larger degree. And then, I don't know anything about those skeletons, those weird skeletons on the docks. They're like, they just seem like mindless nothings to me, even though they're considered estuaries. They seem sort of out of place. Anyways, but, you know, the lady estuary, she's just happy to work on her garden and basically keep to herself and make sure that her land doesn't fall anymore into ruin. As to whether or not she cares about, I mean, she's very important, because if you're trying to regrow seed of life, you know, you need her to do the growing, but at the same time, I'm not 100% sure she is fully on board either. She's just more interested in, you know, growing stuff. And if it happens to be, you know, seed of immortality, then so be it. Destroy the targets. Certain things I really love about the Astromancer, and there are other things that just sort of irritate the shit out of me in terms of the way his attack works. You can only throw one of these out. It appears immediately at the end of your doesn't do a lot of damage either. It was going to be my main concern. And I understand this is a multiple thing. If I increase, you know, if I do 5 damage 10 times, that's 50 damage. And if I do 6 damage 10 times, that's 60 damage. So you try to balance that in a way that that character doesn't become immensely overpowered. Yep, I got a little color stream behind me now. It's kind of a weird I know why they give you a gold bonus for it. They give you a gold bonus because it starts to affect your vision, and enemies also put out a trail with their attacks and that. So. I think I need to wipe off my controller after this. Getting a little, not gunky, but it's getting a little dirty. Just needs the faceplate cleaned. I'm getting better at that puzzle. That particular puzzle I'm getting better at. First time I attempted it, I just messed it up horribly. You know, you have to sort of figure out the way things work, I guess. I don't know. I'm just spouting nothing right now. Ugh. Trying to be fancy. I'm gonna kill myself here. Alright, I think I finally got rid of you. Kind of sad I lost the audio for some of my earlier videos. Particularly that pacifist character I played as, that I was able to find a weapon, and like that was just ridiculous in terms of money. It was just a ridiculous money run. I like going all the way to the bottom. My favorite part. I have 165 health. Love how eyeballs. I like how the eyeballs, little electric attack gets to go right through the ground, whereas the mage that shoots the electrical balls doesn't. There you go. So perfectionist for the bard class isn't, I don't think it's too bad. Then again, it might not do any, in terms of the note, it might not do any damage at all. So. I am kind of looking forward to getting this game done so I can move on to a new playthrough. But I am enjoying myself, so if I start complaining about that in future episodes, I'm not like I hate this game at all. I'm just sort of doing it to get it done. I just, you start getting close to the end of the game and you just start getting that feeling like, oh, you're getting there. Gotta beat 2 more bosses. The first one being, let's take that. First one being that giant eyeball. And then the next one is going to be whoever's in the basement. Alright, let's see what we got up here. That's good. I don't mind standing on bikes. But also, if we get all the way to the boss with this character, it'd be pretty good. Charon's Trials, we gotta beat 15 enemies. I don't like that other thing. You have to have some sort of guard on you to make the left relic worthwhile. Because it breaks as soon as you get hit. I mean, it damaged at it. So you'd have to have some sort of guard that would prevent you from getting hit, taking damage, that is. Which I have seen a couple of those. There's that one that instead of you taking damage, it takes 150 MP. And only recharges when you gain a mana potion.